So there was once a needle that felt very insignificant. It sat on the top of a shelf and felt like nobody needed it. Nobody wanted anything out of it. Nobody valued it. And there was no use of its existence. They were very inferior to all the other needles. Very sad. And this was not a needle in a haystack. This was just a needle. So this needle was special, though, about something. It was made from a particular mix of metals so that it lasted the longest. And it was made in such a way that it could survive in any conditions, in any place, do anything. It's a needle that can go up anywhere. But the person who owned the needle, the person who purchased the needle, felt it rightly so to preserve it, since it was a very special needle, very expensive one. He knew that it was near to indestructible, but he didn't want to test the theory. So he just kept it on the shelf for everybody to see. The tailor, who lived in Gargaon, a small village somewhere in Rajasthan, full of tailors, darjis, people from across the country, 500 or 600 years ago, would bring the food, gifts, a lot of things to the prized tailors of that place. And this tailor was one of the best tailors of that area, who had kept this needle preserved on top of the shelf. One day, as the needle lamented, because there were so many other needles being put to use, they were going through the cloth, coming out, they were using, working, they were tired at the end of the day, and they enjoyed and they were satisfied. And everybody was in praises of this needle and that needle, and this was the only needle which was just kept somewhere on top of a shelf, missing out all the game. All the other needles showing up on Instagram. This needle can do this. This needle will just sit on top of a shelf and feel sad that it was so special. It was actually a very special needle, but it couldn't do anything with its life. Very insignificant feeling.